Hey everyone, this is Pete, and welcome back to Short Play, a series of quick tours of games I like on a variety of platforms, new and old. Today's game is Soldam, which is a remake of a Jaleco arcade game from 1992. It's technically the sequel to Rodland, which is one of my favourite games of all time, although mechanically speaking, the arcade original is a completely different genre. It's a puzzle game rather than a single screen platformer, and it doesn't make a huge amount of use of the Rodland characters. The remake we're going to play though actually brings those characters and some of the creatures from Rodland a bit more to the forefront of the action though. So the port was developed by a company called City Connection, who are the current owners to pretty much all of Jaleco's back catalogue, and it was distributed by a company called Dispatch Games. Initially it was actually a physical only release for Nintendo Switch, and an exclusive for that platform as well, but it's since seen a digital release on Switch and has also been ported to PS4 as well, so it's now a little bit more readily available than it was when it first came out. It's a really fun puzzle game, and it's nice that it's a little bit different from what you might expect from the genre as well, particularly these days when there's a lot of clones of the same sort of thing out there. So let's go play Soldam. Okay, here we are with Soldam by City Connection and Naughty, distributed by Dispatch Games. This is the remake of the sequel to Rodland. Rodland you'll have previously seen on the Atari ST A to Z series if you watch that. This has relatively little to do with Rodland, but it does feature some of the music and some of the characters, and they've really played up that aspect in this remake, which made me very happy because Rodland is an all-time favourite game of mine, and I particularly love the fairy Rit, who is a delightful character. Soldam, drop connector rays. Rit is the one on the left. Right. So, there are several different ways to play this game. There is the original mode, an easy mode, a challenge mode, and a two-player mode. Now, unlike a lot of other puzzle games, this is not really built for versus play, so I don't really rate the two-player mode that much, but it's very good as a single-player game. So what I'm going to do, I'm going to show you about the challenge mode first. Because that kind of introduces some of the concepts that you'll be using throughout the game, and then we can see those in practice in the standard game mode. So the basic concept behind this is that you make use of mechanics very similar to those found in the game Reversi or Othello or Renegade or whatever you want to call it. So our challenge in this mode is to erase at least one line. And to clear a line in Soldam, all you need to do is have a complete line of the same colour. So this first one's very simple. All we need to do is just drop that red one there, and that will clear the red line completely. Now, an important thing to bear in mind while you're playing Soldam is each time you clear a line, it will appear in that clear Soldam line down at the bottom of the screen. So you see it's now appeared there. You can't touch those fruits. Because they're all fruits, in case that wasn't already clear. You can't touch those, but you can use them to make matches. So you can't clear that line yourself except by making a line of a different colour. But you can use the Othello-style mechanics in order to change the colours. And as we move through some of these challenges, you'll see how this works. So challenge 2 is to erase at least 2 lines. And the piece we've got is a set of 4 blue fruits. Now, if you have never played Othello or Reversi before, the main mechanic of this is that if you surround a set of other colours with your own colour, then it will change everything in between those 2 ones of your own colour into your own colour. So in this case, if we surround those 2 lines of yellows, greens and reds with blues on either side, which we can do by dropping that piece, it will turn them all blue. Just like that. Okay, so in this case we need to erase at least 3 lines. So in order to do this, we're going to have to do something about that yellow one in the corner. And we're also going to have to turn all the lines into red ones. So we have 2 pieces with which to do that. So that means we don't have to do 3 lines in one go. We just have to do 3 lines in total. So the way we can do this is drop this one here. And that changes all those over and clears those lines. And then finally, you'll see that the clear Soldam line down at the bottom of the screen has appeared. So we can use that as one side of a match with this piece to get rid of that yellow one. So it takes a little bit of getting used to get your head around these mechanics, because they're quite unlike any other puzzle game you will have ever played in your life. It raised 6 lines at the same time. So in order to do this, we're going to have to do something clever with those red ones. And we've got 3 pieces with which to do that. So, the way we go about this one, if I remember correctly, is we stick that one there. And that takes care of the diagonal line there. Then we stick this one here. And then we pop that one there. Smashing. Okay, so you hopefully get the basic idea of how this all works now. This mode that we're playing here is designed to give you a feel for the base mechanics and the patterns you should be looking out for, while also providing you with some fairly fiendish puzzles as you go through. They get very difficult as they progress through. So it's very much an old school puzzle mode of the kind that you don't tend to see that much in puzzle games these days, because most modern puzzle games seem to focus very much on the versus side of things. And as I say, this game in particular focuses more on the single player score attack mode than it does on versus, which I'm all for. I much prefer single player puzzlers, just because they are things that you can just sit back and relax with for a long time if you get good at them. Now, I'm very out of practice in this game, disclaimer, so I'm not going to promise how long my original mode playthrough is going to last, but we'll see. We'll just see how I can manage it. I'm going to start from the beginning. So the first thing I like to do in original mode, is I just make a line of one colour. So I'm going to make a blue line. And that gets my clear Soldam line set up down the bottom there. So I can now work on trying to make sure that the rest of the board is as blue as possible. Which can be trickier than it sounds, but we'll see how we get on. I just gotta try and concentrate a bit on trying to get rid of these yellows as much as we can, so we can get rid of those there. Don't want to put that there for the minute because I want to take out those diagonal yellows, and so what I probably want to do is something like that, and then I can take all them out like that. Then I can take that one there, clear all those ones out of the way. Stick that there because that's easy to clear up. Now these ones I want to stack down the side here because they are going to be optimal for getting those big combos. So you'll hopefully see how that works very shortly. Pop that there and just keep building up over here until we think we're good and ready to get rid of them all. You've got to be careful when you've got big lumps like that, because you can very easily make a mess of the board if you're not careful. So I'm going to clear these now just by dropping this one here, matching all those yellows, turning them into blues, and that will take out that huge stack. Alright, and then you repeat the process. Simple as that, eh? Except it's not quite that simple, because you know, you often end up with a bit of a mess after having created one of those matches like that. So you've got to be a bit careful. But if you need to clean up a bit, then just clean up a bit. And then get to work on making another new arrangement. Now in that case there, we do want to make those yellow there so we can clear them out a bit more easily. Pop that there. Stick that one there, and then with this one we should be able to take all those out. Lovely. Stick that there. We got another good stack coming up. Oh, it's like riding a bike. It's all coming back to me. Right, I'm just going to clear those just for safety's sake. And I will stick that one there. It's getting a little bit dangerous here, so I'm going to have to be careful. Pop that there. Shall I risk it? No, I'm going to take these now. There we go. Now I'm left without an odd coloured column at the minute, so I'm going to have to think about how I deal with this. Might just have to clean up a bit first. And then start afresh. Yeah, that should take care of it. So if we start building up here, like that. Build across here. Oh, don't want to do that. So we'll stick that one there. And that one there. I'll get loads of these. Make them go away. You see, that helpful guide function is showing you which colours are going to swap when you drop that colour. When you drop that tile. It's very helpful to leave that turned on. I mean, obviously pro players will be able to turn that off with no problem whatsoever. But while you're learning, there is no shame in having it on. Getting a little bit hairy here. Going to have to be very careful. Let's stick that one there. That can go there. And we can just plop that there. Gonna have to start thinking about swapping these very soon. That's not good. That's definitely not good. Abort! Abort! Just going to have to do whatever we can to get out of this situation for the moment. Which I suspect is all going to end in disaster very shortly. Yeah, it's all over. Alright, okay, so you get the idea. As it goes. Just going to open the curtains a bit. It's getting a little bit dark in here. Just noticed. So, I'm recording with natural light today, just because the ring light hurts my eyes a bit sometimes. So I thought I'd go all natural today. That does mean I have to open and close the curtains as the sun does things. All right, let's have another go at that, because I am capable of much better than what we just saw there. So let's start with a line of green. Or blue. Start with a line of blue. There we go. Right. So now green will be our odd colour. So we want to put that so that we can easily swap that green. And again there. So this game is all about forward planning, which normally I'm terrible at. But there's just something about the way this game is built that really works for me. And I find very appealing. I mean, part of it is the Rodland collection, of course, because I love Rodland. But just as much as that, it's just a satisfying puzzler. It's just a really good puzzler. And an original puzzler at that. Which, oh, I didn't mean to do that. Never mind. And the fact that it's a completely original idea really should not be underestimated, because there's so many sort of copycat games out there these days. It's genuinely refreshing to play something that does something a bit different. Alright, can't really afford to be playing cautiously on the early stages. There's the early stages where you rack up the big points, and then as you go further in the game, you want to start playing more for survival. So I do want to try and get as many of those big stacks as I possibly can. Let's work on that a little bit. You get into a kind of a groove after a while. You realise what you need to be looking for is arranging the pieces so that you can easily swap the wrong colours. It's best to try and focus on one colour, think this is the colour I'm going for, and then everything else is just the wrong colour. And if you think of it in those terms, it becomes much easier to plan out some nice strategies. Working on tidying up this mess a little bit. Oh, that's awkward. That's awkward. But not a lost cause. Not a completely lost cause by any means. Let's pop that there. And if we pop that... Oh, no, it's awkward. Well, let's just deal with that as we... Let's clear all them out of the way first. There we go. I mean, that's a nice chunk of points. It's not as much as we perhaps could have got, but it's better than nothing. Let's stick that one there to clear that column. That one can go there. Clear out this line. So yeah, like most puzzle games, the core concept of Soldam is tidying up. Nothing to get a swap there. It does get us a line though, that's fine. Just clean up these slightly messy lines and then we should be in a good position to get going on another big combo. Let's put that there. Put that there. Clear those out. Swap those and then swap them right back again. Oh, made a little bit of a mess of that line there. Let's worry about that when we come to it. Alright, let's tidy up those lines because they're building up a bit. And you'll see that the speed is starting to increase. Because this is an arcade puzzle game after all. And certain things must always occur. Now this actually makes use of a system quite similar to what Puyo Puyo does in terms of speed, in that it doesn't progress in a linear fashion. What it does is it accelerates a bit and then it slows down again. So what you find yourself having to do is during the more sedate moments is when you can set up your big combos, and then the fast bits are about pure survival. And you see we've got a new colour introduced to the mix now, but as I said before, if you approach this with the viewpoint that the only colour you need to worry about is the one that you're trying to make matches with, it becomes so much easier. So if I just concentrate on creating big stacks of blue, I really don't have to worry about whether it's yellow or green, because all I've got to do is just make sure that the things that aren't blue turn blue. And once you get that concept clear in your head, the whole thing becomes a lot easier to understand and figure out. But it takes time. It takes time to get your head around that. It is a tricky concept. It is a tricky mechanic to get used to, particularly if you're not a big player of Othello or Reversi or whatever you want to call it. But you can get there. You can get there without any real difficulty. I'm having trouble getting rid of these greens. I think we're just going to have to cut our losses and make a few crap lines here. Yeah, because we're not going to be able to extract those greens out from those bottom two rows very easily. So let's just concentrate on clearing a couple of rows out the way before we worry too much about the other stuff. Right, that's only one row. Not ideal. Not ideal at all. Two more, not bad. That's more like it. Now, we have made a little bit of a mess there because we turned our clear Soldam into yellows, which is not really what we want. So, I think we're just going to have to deal with the consequences of that, though. And just try our best to make a blue line in the process. To get back to where we want to be. So, or we can just go for yellow from now on, because that's actually not working out too badly. Alright, change of plan. It's all about the yellow. You go there. You match all them. Help me clear these out, please. Thank you. Nice. Yes, very nice. Some more of those, please. See, that's the other thing you have to be good at in this game, is quickly adapting your strategy on the fly. You see the speed starting to increase again now, so we need to be absolutely clear on what we're doing and just take care of it as much as we can. Okay, we're going for the yellows. Got that there. Still going for the yellows. Okay, and stack those up a bit. We can afford to get a little bit cocky here, as we're in a good position on the board at the moment. That can go there. And let's just drop that there. Take those 4 lines, just to be safe, because things are accelerating rapidly. And you see, after a little while, after we've survived this sort of onslaught we're dealing with now, it'll go back to a slightly slower speed and it'll introduce a new colour again. So that's what I mean when I say it ebbs and flows. Yeah, it's those diagonal ones that are probably the trickiest to deal with, because it tends to be sort of 2 steps to clear them out. Right, there we go.
So back to slow speed again. I'm actually reasonably impressed that I've managed to pick this up back again after quite a long time of not playing it. It was going to be much more rusty than this. Like I say, as it turns out, as long as you remember that, the sort of core concept of focusing on just one colour at a time, which is the colour you've got in your clear Soldam down at the bottom, and you'll be fine. Again, we just keep focusing on the yellows for now. Make a single stack of the other colour as much as possible. And then just keep tidying up the rest of the board as much as we can. And then just be very careful when you get pieces like that, because you don't want to accidentally end up swapping half the board to something you don't want it to be. So that is where things get a little bit dangerous. So let's swap those just to be safe. There's an element of gambling, I guess. It's like how far can you push it? How far can you push your luck before you really need to kind of cash in all the colours you've got? And again, it's when the speed increases that you really need to think about what you're doing and make sure you're in a suitable position to clear the board if you need to, or just rack up some big combos if you are already in a good position. Oh, that was incorrect. Yeah, we made a bit of a mistake there. Right, I'm going to need to try and swap those yellows back to green, which I can do like that. We are getting a bit close to the top though. This is not ideal. Right, there we go. Alright, clear that up a bit. See, again, as with so many other puzzle games, the important thing is not to panic when something goes horribly wrong as well, because things will go horribly wrong in Soldam, and you need to know how to resolve the situation. By fair means or foul, I tell you. Oh, it's getting a little bit a little bit scary now. Yeah, I'm not sure we're going to survive this particular onslaught that we've got going on here. Let's just take it carefully and sensibly, tiny little bit at a time. Clear out the board as much as we can. Oh, I think. Oh. Oh. We survived longer than I thought, but I don't think it's going to last. Oh, maybe not. Maybe everything's going to be okay. You tend to find that a change in music coincides with the introduction of a new colour, but also the speed going back down to slow as well. The base speed is slightly quicker than the game began at. But it's still slower than we were just dealing with, as you saw, so... Right, really need to get this board under control. Oh, that's not good. I saw that happening while I did it as well, and I thought, no, I shouldn't do that. And then I did it anyway. Oh, that's okay. Okay, a little bit at a time. Little bit at a time. And it'll be fine. There we go. Everything perfectly under control, as you can see. So yeah, hopefully it's obvious by now why I'm a big fan of this game. Because it's one of those easy to learn, hard to master games. So the basic rules are a little unconventional compared to some other puzzle games, if you're used to the standard colour matching or falling block puzzlers. But once you get your head around that basic reversey mechanic, then you're good. And the sky is the limit so far as your high scores are concerned. Yeah, I mean, I'm barely at half of my previous highest score, but this is going a lot better than I expected it to go today. I've been holding off covering this game for a while because I knew that I was out of practice and was worried about whether I'd be able to give a good demonstration and explanation of how it all works. But I think we've done alright today. I don't think we're going to last much longer because the speed is happening again. Oh, it's slowed down again. Okay. Ebb and flow, as I say. Just don't panic when it goes more in the speedy direction. Oh, that's nice to finally get rid of that big pile of greens there. We're nearly back down to the bottom of the well again. That's actually a pretty significant achievement at this point in the game. Right, you go there then. You go there. Actually, we might even be able to make a big match. I don't want to push my luck too much though. Just in case. So let's just take that. That's still a pretty solid effort for this point in the game, though. Again, just keep your mind clear on what you want to achieve. And concentrate on that one thing that you're trying to do. Oh no. Oh, it's going poorly. Oh, could have been worse. Oh, no. What was I saying? I have to curse myself every time I play. Every time I say something. Alright, come on. This is fine. Everything's fine. Everything's fine. Everything's fine. It's all good. We love yellows. Yellows are the best. Oh, it's all going wrong. Oh no. Oh no. Oh no. That's your lot. Not bad. Level 47 771,120 points with 157 lives. Not bad, considering I haven't played this for quite a while. But having done that there, I feel like I might play this a little bit more going forwards. As I say, this was originally a physical-only release exclusively for Switch, but you can now get it as a downloadable game on Switch, and there's also a PS4 version as well, which I think is both physical and digital. So, yeah, pick it up. It's good and worth supporting. Also, Dispatch Games make some really lovely stuff, and City Connection makes some really cool stuff as well. So, be sure to check them out. As always, thank you very much for watching, and I'll see you again next time.